Our team Nur Nadia, Nur Aizatul, Siti Nur Aisyah, and Nur Husni.
Assalamualaikum. Today our group will present about risk mitigation measures for IoT-based financial transactions in Malaysia. The fourth industrial revolution has accelerated IoT adoption in financial services worldwide, including Malaysia. IoT can transform how transactions are initiated, processed, and managed. Malaysians now widely use smartphones, smartwatches, smart ATMs, and payments terminal for fast, cashless, and convenient transactions. Also, IoT enables mobile banking, automated investing, and blockchain-based platforms using cloud computing to collect and share data. There are also popular fintech services including Touch and Go e-wallets, Boost, BigPay, and Settle by using IoT to improve efficiency and user experience. Example of IoT features is smart terminals for contactless card and QR codes, smart ATMs with biometric security, and wearable linked e-wallet, and also blockchain-enabled devices. Despite benefits, IoT can increase security risks, which is more device, more entry point for cyber attacks, data breaches, and privacy threats. To prove this statement, in 2022, Malaysia had over 20,000 cybersecurity incidents, including financial phishing and identity theft. We also need regulatory efforts, including Bank Negara Malaysia's RMIT policy and the 2022 Digital Banking Framework, to encourage stronger cybersecurity measures. By doing the assignment, we can understand and mitigating IoT-based risk is crucial for secure and sustainability growth for fintech in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will present about literature review. To begin this literature review, focus on this risk and mitigation strategy in IoT-based financial transaction. This topic is important because fintech usage is growing rapidly, especially among university students in Malaysia. The objective of this review is to explore previous studies and identify any research gap, particularly in terms of user perception and behavior. First one is IoT security threat in finance. Let's look at the security threats identified in past research. First, Al-Shamri, 2021, highlighted issues such as device spoofing, insecure communication, and lack of authentication protocols. Meanwhile, Singh and Lee, 2020, emphasized attacks like man-in-the-middle, signal jamming, and weakness in cybersecurity infrastructure. These threats can compromise the safety of IoT-based financial system. Next is impact of threat on user. These security threats have a real impact on user. For example, Feridoni 2023 explained that man-in-the-middle attacks can manipulate financial data without users even realizing. Next, Pirayesh and Zing 2021 mentioned that signal jamming could disrupt communication and lead to denial of service risk. Furthermore, according to Musa and Chang 2022, many students are still unaware of basic security measures like multi-factor authentication. Next is risk mitigation measure past study. To overcome this threat, several mitigation measures have been proposed. Lim 2020 recommended the use of multi-factor authentication, combining password, OTP, and biometric, while Zhou and Tan 2021 stressed the importance of end-to-end encryption to prevent data interception. Other solutions include device certification, real-time interaction detection system, and cybersecurity training program as supported by other scholars like Rahman Idris, Yap, and Hamis. Next slide, we have related theory. This review is also supported by two relevant theory. First, the perceived risk theory suggests that user acceptance of technology depends heavily on how risky they believe it is. Second, the technology organization environment or TOE's framework that innovation success is influenced by technological capabilities, organizational readiness, and external factors. Next is gaps in previous research. However, there are still some gaps in the current literature. Most studies focus more on technical aspect and less on user behavior or perception. Additionally, there is a lack of research specifically targeting university students in Malaysia. Therefore, this study aims to fill that gap by assessing student awareness and evaluating the effectiveness of current mitigation strategies. The last one is summary. The conclude. Previous studies have identified many types of risk and possible mitigation approach, yet the user experience aspect has not been given enough attention. This study hopes to contribute to the development of safer and more user-friendly fintech system, especially for the Malaysian context. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nur Husni, and I will be presenting about the methodology part of this case study. For this study, we applied a qualitative research to explore students' perception of risk mitigation measures for IoT-based financial service in Malaysia. Our focus group consists of 46 respondents from Class 22C. The data was collected using online questionnaire that is distributed via Google Forms. The questionnaire had two sections. Section A collected demographics such as gender, age, and the length of time students use IoT-enabled financial service. Section B focused on their awareness, concerns, and opinions regarding cybersecurity risks and protections. To analyze the responses, we use IBM SPSS statistics, which help us determine the mean and median for each question. These values give us a clear overview of how students generally felt about IoT-enabled financial services. Our analysis used descriptive statistics, which is ideal for understanding general trends in perception and awareness. Lastly, we took ethical considerations seriously. All participants were informed about the purpose of the research, and their responses remain confidential and anonymous. No sensitive personal data was collected, and all the data will be deleted once the research has been finished. This ensured that our study was both academically and ethically responsible.
Based on question 1, in our Google Form survey, which asks, on a scale from 1 to 5, how aware are you of the use of Internet of Things in financial service? We conduct a descriptive statistical analysis of the response. The results show the mean value is 4.1304. The median and mode is 4.00. From the graph, we found that the majority of students in class 22C are at the aware level with 24 respondents. Now, moving on question 2, which asks, in your opinion, how risky are IoT-based financial transactions compared to traditional online banking? Based on the table, we found the following statistical result. The mean value is 3.3261, the median and the mode is 3.00. From the graph, it is clear that the most frequently chosen answer is moderately risk, with a total of 22 respondents. This shows that the majority of students in class 22C perceive IoT-based financial transactions as moderately risk when compared to traditional online banking. Next, we move on question 3, which asks, how concerned are you about your personal data privacy when using smart device for financial transactions? The descriptive statistical analysis shows that the following result. The mean value is 4.2174. The median and mode is 4.00. Based on the graph above, we can clearly see that the students in class 22C are highly concerned about their personal data privacy when using smart device for financial purpose.
Next, question 4 is about, will you be willing to take extra steps to protect your financial data when using IoT device? Based on the statistical table above, the mean value is 4.3696, the median is 4, while the mode is 4. These three values show a strong tendency among respondents to agree with the importance of protecting personal data. In addition, it shows that students from 22C care about their privacy data because the graph indicates that class 22C is selecting probably yes. For the higher question is 22 respondents, and secondly, definitely yes is 20 respondents, and last is not sure for respondents only. Question 5 was asked, would you feel confident using IoT-based financial service if stronger cybersecurity measures were implemented? Based on the statistical table, the mean value is 4.1739, while the median is 4 and the mode is 4. In addition, the bar graph shows the highest to the lowest selected answer from class 22C, where the highest response is probably yes with a total 28 respondents, and the lowest is probably not with only 1 respondent. This shows that Class 22C feel comfortable and confident in using IoT-based financial service. For the last question, our group include multiple choice item under the question 6. What kind of security risks do you think are most common in IoT-based financial transaction, which consist of options such as hacking, data leak, derivative, and lack of encryption? Among 22C students, the most frequently selected risk is hacking, with the highest number of response, 30 respondents. The second highest is data leak, which is 27 respondents. Meanwhile, the second lowest is derivative, which is 16 respondents, and the lowest is lack of encryption, which is 10 respondents.
Next part is about the key theme emerging from the data by linking respondent perception to the study objective. The first key theme we identify is that most respondents demonstrate a high level of awareness regarding the use of IoT in financial service. This is closely related to Objective 1, which is to identify and categorize the key risks associated with IoT-based financial transactions. Second key theme is that IoT-based financial transactions are perceived to carry a moderate level of risk when compared to traditional online banking. This also supports Objective 1, which is to identify and categorize the key risks associated with IoT-based financial transactions. The third theme identified is the concern over personal data privacy. Students from Class 22C expressed their worries about the safety of their personal data when using IoT device. This concern is also aligned with Objective 1. The fourth theme showed that the majority of respondents answered probably yes when asked if they would take extra steps to protect their data privacy. These findings support Objective 3, which is to analyze existing mitigation strategies. The fifth key theme focuses on the confidence level in IoT-based transactions. Most respondents state that they would feel more confident using IoT for financial service if security is improved. This directly related to Objective 3. Lastly, the sixth theme involves common security risks mentioned by the respondent, such as hacking, data leak, device theft, and lack of encryption. These risks are clearly aligned with Objective 1, which is to identify and categorize the key risks associated with IoT-based financial transactions.
Consistent and contradiction previous study. In terms of finding consistent with previous study, it was found that this finding is in line with a study by Ashamri 2021, which stated that several major vulnerabilities in financial system using IoT technology has been identified, including masquerading device, insecure communication channel, and lack of authentication protocols. This is because in this study, most users show concern for the privacy of their personal data when they use smart device for financial transactions. However, there is a contradiction with previous research, namely a study by Musa and Chong 2022 found that many university students are not aware of the importance of basic security practice, such as changing password regularly or having activated two-factor authentication known as multi-factor authentication (MFA). This contradiction is evident when users are actually aware of the importance of basic security practice when using smart device for financial transaction. This finding is also contradictory when users are willing to take additional steps such as installing security applications to protect their financial data when using IoT device.
In the conclusion, IoT adoption in Malaysia financial services is rapid increasingly with major banks and fintech players such as Maybank, CIMB, Touch and Go, Boost, and BigPay that offer real-time services like mobile banking, robo-advisor, smart ATMs, and blockchain integrations. IoT-based financial services bring new cybersecurity risks such as identity theft, data interception, malware attacks due to the interconnected nature and limited security features and devices. Financial institutions face major challenges in securing device, protecting communications, and complying with regulation. Malaysia regulatory frameworks such as BNM's RMIT provide a good foundation, but smaller fintech firms often lack resources to fully comply. Consumer adoption of IoT services is high, but public awareness of cybersecurity risks and safe usage is low. There is a strong need for public education and close cooperation among regulators, services providers, and consumers to improve security and trust. Thank you.